Get your rub on with a...
Hello, world.
World.
You,
Hey, guys.
listeners, followers. This podcast tonight sponsored by King Louie's Meat Apostles. If you haven't tried his rubs, definitely give him a shout. Give him a try. Tonight we have Victor with Hillbilly BBQ. How are you doing tonight?
I can still barely hear you, brother. I'm sorry.
Let's try this. Is this better?
Yeah, it's better.
Okay. How are you doing tonight?
Doing great.
So tell us the story behind your team name and where it came from and all that.
Independence, Missouri. Victor Phillips. Been out here all my life. Never really moved nowhere. Got married. Got 3 kids. And I developed a habit that's called a love for barbecue.
When did that start?
It started in about 2001, whenever I started working at Lowe's. My wife and my coworkers bought me my first smoker. So then it ran from there.
Do you still have that smoker?
Actually, it's in my buddy's house in Linwood, Kansas.
What kind of smoker is an offset?
It's an offset old deluxe pitmaster. Old Brinkman.
Nice.
The rest is history.
There we go. That's better.
The one.
Now I look like I'm sideways.
No, you look good on our end.
What was that?
You look good on our end.
Okay.
So what made you start on the team you're on now?
Probably, well, I don't want to say it rudely, but it's probably the way myself and Hillbilly click. We can sit there and talk about things a lot easier. And it's just, we were friends a lot long, been a few years before we started. He had his team, I was on another team, and the other team wanted to compete more than what we do. So my kids are graduating and my camper's down at Hillbilly's house, and we spent a lot of time in the woods, got out of the city. So we told the other team, that, well, I wanted to spend more of doing what I'm doing down there in Hillbilly. We were always cooking and stuff and doing stuff down there. And then he just said, "Hey, you want to be part of Team Hillbilly?" I said, sure. So then we started our quest, and it's going. It's 3 years strong now.
Now you guys cook a fair amount, but you also do a lot of charity events, right?
Yes, we do. We've got one coming up for the ALS motorcycle ride. It's for our friend Kirby, and it's also with other people with ALS. We've done a couple already this year. Want everybody to on June 10th, if they could come out and be a part of Team Hillbilly's ride. It's all for Hillbilly and people with Alzheimer's. Team Hillbilly cooks for all these events. It's always at Cat Sugar Inn. She's the main sponsor that we have. And the nicest and most wonderful lady you'll ever meet. It's her bar. She owns it. The cool thing is we bring in our stuff. We cook it, we serve it, and then also she's making her part too, because everybody's coming to her bar, packing it and drinking beer and mixed drinks and whatnots. I mean, it's something we love to do, and it's our passion.
How many of these do you do a year?
We feed people more than we do competitions, so probably about 8 or 9.
And they're all charity. They're all
charity events. They ask for Team Hillbilly to come cook. We mix it up. Sometimes we'll do pulled pork plates. Sometimes we'll do hamburgers, hot dogs, or just sausages. I mean, it just all depends. Yeah, what we just talk about it and say, hey, what are you gonna do this time? And then we'll just bring it to the house, and then everybody they write it on the board, and everybody sees what we have.
No, like cold ham and cheese sandwiches and
Oh no,
here you go, take it.
yeah, there you go. I'm gonna serve you a pack of Oscar Mayers because the deli's too expensive.
So you guys do those, and then like probably a handful, six contests a year or so.
Yeah, the first contest was the one that you guys came out to was the Arctic Rib Fest. We just had one this weekend. It was up to the VFW 3976 in Sugar Creek. It's we did fair to Midland, not what we wanted, but you win some, you lose some,
Oh yeah.
It's just it's the part of competing.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
And then you always practice, and it makes you better.
Oh yeah. I mean.
Yep.
Forget your cutting boards. Forget your thermometer.
Yep.
Forget your Blues Hog.
Right. And then you hope your son's at home. Hey, can you bring this up for me? Sorry, I'm at work. Well, I guess I gotta go. But the nice part about it, most of the ones we do are like an hour and a half from, or a mile and a half to 2 miles from home.
Nice.
So it's just an easy stretch down the road.
So you guys do a hillbilly hog roast too, also, right? In the fall.
In the fall.
Yes.
Yes. That's another one. We're gonna try to make it out to. We're gonna try to make it out to Warsaw with everybody. We're trying to work the funds out for that because it's 2.5 hour drive for me. It's 28 miles for Hillbilly. He does an annual hog roast every year. We moved it from August to September. Unfortunately, we didn't really pay attention to the date, so it's during the American Royal weekend. But we moved it because it was the middle of Sturgis and other rallies. So there's another thing we're going to have. We're going to have a memorial ride roll in to do the hog roast. That's going to be for our friend Lewis, and it's probably going to be about 200-300 bikes.
Nice.
We do the hog roast has been going on for probably 25 years that he's been doing it down there in his house, and it's a huge deal. I mean, we have other friends that sponsor it, that bring in the pig and bring in the live band. So if anybody's ever heard of Bound and Determined or have not, look them up. Go find them. They're excellent. They put on a great show.
You're talking about you and Hillbilly clicking.
Yes,
first time I met him, which was at that contest in February,
Yep.
It made me feel like I knew him my entire life.
Oh, it's
That's just how he is.
Yep, and we're there in the Gore event. They that always comes up too. They sometimes will ask for us to cook. It's Gore Charities. It's another motorcycle group, and Hillbilly plays Santa Claus. So all the kids, the adults come in, sit on Hillbilly's lap, and joke around, have fun, and it's a really cool deal. Hillbilly does a lot of Santa Claus charity events to where he gets paid around the city. Like this year, he's back at Crown Center doing the big gig.
Yeah.
And they asked Mrs. Claus to join him this year, which is really cool because they love his wife. They loved how she was doing it out there and helping them, and really, really neat.
So on the competition side, you guys have cooked the American Royal too, right?
We've been to American Royal. He was actually with Team Hillbilly. Well, he's always had been Team Hillbilly because he's been running that for about 10 years. I was on KC Outlaws barbecue. We actually went in there. We had a bet. We said, all right, whoever does better in the points and whatnots, and then wherever the team sets, the other team buys the other person a case of beer. So we beat them by like a .0001. We were 425. That was the team 26 in between us, and they were 427.
Wow.
We had no idea what they cooked. We had no idea what we cooked. And it was cool that we've all been friends for that long, and then that's where we come up that close with each other. So one of the guys that's still on Team
cool.
Hillbilly, he actually got a 10th place out there. His name's Lance.
So what's cooking that contest like?
I did pork butts.
It's a long weekend, ain't it?
Oh my gosh, 4 days. It feels like forever.
Yep.
We had no campers, so we had to either sleep in the lawn chairs or go sleep in a pickup truck. Right? And then you're looking at the guys beside you with fifth wheels going, you guys are lucky.
Now, did you have drums then, or did you have your Brinkman then?
I had my Brinkman, and our other buddy had his pull behind. I didn't even have my Weber then. We just kind of did it off of that. And then Jerry Knuff, he brought out his offset too. So we just went that way with it.
Yeah. And now you got drums.
Now I have a drum. Hillbilly's kind of, not too sure about it, but then he's kind of seeing now how it works out and how quicker we're getting things done, but we still have the same flavor. But he's still an offset and a Weber guy. He probably always will be.
Oh yeah.
But I'm still gonna make another drum. I've made mine green or red and purple, or a purple and a green for a reason. The top of it's for all timers. The bottom green is for CTE, brain awareness.
Mm-hmm.
So my next drum's going to be for autism.
Yep.
So I'm going to make it up with all the puzzle pieces on it.
That would be really cool.
Yep. We've already, and another one of our members that lives with me, we've already done blueprints and stuff on it and figuring it out.
That's really cool.
But well, then there's the other side. You have too many cookers. We don't need no more. I'm sure you guys heard that too many a times.
I always tell her it's like fishing poles. You can't have too many.
I promise I'll clean the garage. That's all I need to do. I made a room.
I also said when I got my new Weber, I was going to get rid of my other one, and it's still sitting in the garage.
I actually did. I actually held up that part of the bargain.
I did sell two smokers and got rid of one this year, so I'm still net negative.
Yeah.
So good.
I had a bullet smoker. It was a pretty big one. I gave that to one of our team members because I never used it anymore. So I asked Nadine, I said, "Do you want that?" She goes, "Yeah, sure." And I'm like, "It's yours. You can have it." So now I made room for another drum.
Mm-hmm. So how many people are on the team?
Say probably about 8 or 9.
Wow.
Most of them on there have been there from day one with Hillbilly.
So you said it was his team, and then this year you kind of took it over, or
he actually battles with Alzheimer's and CTE. So he asked me to be the team leader, and I said sure.
Which is crazy because that day I met him, he was as sharp as a tack.
The nicest, most gentle individual you will ever meet.
Yep.
Genuine to the core.
Yeah.
But he is, like I said, he's a
yes.
Anybody that hasn't met Hillbilly needs to meet him, just as a human being in general. Or
if you're from another state and you want to come to the Hillbilly Hog Roast, hook us up with a messenger, and we'll give you the address.
Yep.
September 30th.
So, what is the primary you guys cook on now at contests? It's Weber.
Weber's in my barrel.
Yeah, that's what you had there at
that's
Independence.
They're in last weekend too.
Those things. I was never a Weber kettle fan until I just got one, and now I want to cook everything on it.
I use a Vortex on mine.
At first I was like, I'll cook a few things on it, but I'm like, what can't this thing cook?
Yeah, and then I acquired the 2 side cookers too, so you can have the center open, and that actually works really well too.
That's what I have in mind. I use the side right now and put it in the middle.
Yeah, I like doing steaks on the Vortex because whenever if you do it just right, it comes out, and you don't need a knife. You can split that steak with a fork.
So, do you have any advice for anybody wanting to get it started in competition barbecue?
Do your research. Make sure you have the right research. You can come on any of these groups on here. You can hit one of us up. We'll explain the ins and outs, and it is a very expensive habit.
Yes.
Cheapest can be. Just ask my wife. I just cut everything in half when I
Yep.
tell her how much it's going to be.
Yep. Oh yeah.
So you gave a shout out to Cat Sugar Inn. Do you want to give a shout out to the other sponsors?
Well, the man sitting right there in that chair, Mr. Suffer King himself. You have been a wonderful sponsor to us. You set us up whenever we give you the holler. You are the man.
No, thank
We
you.
really appreciate you a lot. We don't do a lot of competitions like other teams do. You could have just said no. You guys don't do enough. But I know some sponsors require so many. You threw it out there and you gave us a chance, and appreciate that.
That's what I said
Well,
too.
I appreciate it.
Yep.
People ask
We have
people-
Ronnie Ork. We have Ronnie Ork, the shrimp wagon. He actually is one of Hillbilly's best friends. He used to go to school with him. He moved down to Biloxi, Mississippi. So he has a Facebook website that's called the Shrimp Wagon, but he still comes up to the Kansas City area and the outskirts. And he brings fresh seafood from the ocean.
Is he the one that brought all the crawdads for your?
He's the
Your
one that
boil?
brought everything to the crawfish boil.
Nice.
How did that go?
That was freaking phenomenal. Kat came out and gave everybody a hug because she was told she could not believe it. She was just like looking down the street at everything. I mean, cars were parking in fields. There was probably 100 of motorcycles up the other end where the motorcycles park. That place was packed outside and in, which was excellent for her business because she needed that.
Oh
Yeah.
We made our money back. We made our money for Ronnie. Hillbilly made his money back, and we were able to set some back in the cash box for events.
Nice.
It was all the people that came out, man. It was super fun. It was great. We had people parking in the field across the street, bringing us live crawfish back. They said, "Dad, a couple of them escaped." They actually crawled across the field in Sugar Creek and across the street in Sterling. We thought that was pretty cool.
That's funny.
There was 300 pounds of crawfish, 175 pounds of shrimp, 75 to 50 pounds of potatoes and corn and sausage.
Wow.
Yes, a very expensive event.
Wow.
But people like crawfish.
But a lot of people say, "Well, you just got shrimp." So then we decided to get an extra stack of plates and start just selling shrimp plates or crawfish plates or the whole mix. And we did it with the market value set because we had to do the market value set to get our money back.
Well, that makes sense.
Yes. And some of those crawfish in there, man, they look like a half a lobster. Those things were huge. But it was something we took a chance on it, and man, it was a hit and then some.
I've been to one crawfish boil in my life. They weren't bad. I'd eat them again, but
that was my second, but I haven't been to one this big.
So they said the next event's a charity
Next event's next Saturday, the ALS ride.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and I also wanted to give a shout out to Allen's 27-hour tow. That's our fourth sponsor.
Nice.
Yep.
What's the next competition coming up for you guys?
Oh, I think it's going to be Warsaw, either Warsaw or the Shriners. The Shriners just put one out the 18th and 19th of August, which is at the same parking lot as Arctic Fest, but at the bottom.
Okay.
I think that one's because isn't Warsaw like the 25th or the 20th? something like that.
I'm not sure.
Or no, I think it's the 5th. I think it's the 5th.
Yeah,
Because we changed our. That's all. Another reason why we changed the hog roast around, because we want to get in more competitions this year.
Yeah.
I think it's the same weekend as Tahlequah.
Okay.
Because Brookings Ridiculous talked about cooking a rolling double.
Yeah, and that's Sturgis weekend too. That's why we also moved it.
No, that's like I said. If anybody, what about if you don't have a bike? Can you just go eat the food?
It's funny because we do so many biker events now that we always tell them your 4-wheelers, your cagers are welcome to any event or to the hog roast, and they'll be like, "What's that?" It's like, sorry, your car, your truck, because they're so used to doing that, being around our biker friends. That we're got that terminology in our head from what they say.
Yeah.
Like I said, I've never had a motorcycle. Thought about it. I knew too many guys that I used to work with in the mines that got killed on them, so I don't have one.
I had one that about killed me in a wreck, and I haven't been on one since.
But I've thought about going, just being able to go or going for something else. But
and now I'm too old for one because my balance is like not there. So I'm like, no.
Yeah.
And it's like buying a truck or a car. Those things are expensive.
Oh yeah.
Especially if you get the nice ones that you can go all over the United States in.
Barbecue is enough of an expensive habit. I don't need a bike too.
I don't know.
Everybody says though after you get one.
What's your favorite protein?
Protein. That's meat wise, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I like pork butts.
Yeah.
I do better on pork butts. We've struggled in chicken, but we actually placed 4th this time, which is really surprising.
Ooh.
I'm like, wow, we did something right.
Nice.
Yeah, we were just a nano point off from 3rd.
You cook legs or thighs?
And
Did you cook legs or thighs this time?
we did thighs. We wanted to give it a shot. We actually had legs on hand, but we just never pulled them out of the cooler. But we glazed them up and did them, and they had a good bite and a good flavor, and so we were like, let's run with it.
Yep.
Nice.
Yeah. We brought our buddy Mike back on, and he killed it. He did 2nd brisket. He's always been good at that. So he's like, well, I'll be with you guys for the rest of the season. And we're like, we appreciate that because you know how to do that for sure.
Yeah.
And then the ribs, it's kind of like a team thing. Everybody will have like 3 Webers on site, and we'll just throw them all in. And then we'll do like the public, like we did the Rib Fest. It's like, hey, try these and see what you think. And they'll point the slab they want, and then we'll throw it in the box and go for it. We'll gamble it and see what happens.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, the judges didn't fare well with it on this time. So, I mean, like the same thing. You win some, you lose some. You know, it's out of your hands once you turn it in. It's all up to the judge.
Yep.
That's like the Royal. You know, I did not do as well as I wanted to, but I'm not going to do any knee jerk or switches.
Right. Well, they've got what 600 judges or something. I think the Royal.
Yeah,
they got quite a bit.
But I was talking about the backyard one, but I still didn't.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I mean, it's in any competition, no matter if it's the big or the small. I mean, it's up to the judge.
Brian, keep on button chicken.
Yeah.
I'm putting that secret ingredient on all my chicken from now on.
Right.
You didn't quite get first or dead ass last, but
yeah. I mean, even though chicken, we still need to dial our chicken in. I think our ribs are there at the pork butt, and now the brisket's there. We just need to do more practice at each other's houses.
Yeah.
And then get the profile done on the way they sit on the plate, and then the squareness of the way we trim them up need to be a little better.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because we were kind of off. We were off on a couple of them on there, and I'm surprised we got 4th.
It's just practice.
Practice. Yep, it sure is.
Then when you get to the comp, do not walk away from your drum with the ribs on it and decide, you know what, they'll be fine.
Or put like 3 big chunky logs in there that you know it's going to make it hot, and don't close your vent because you know you're going to have dirty smoke.
Yep.
Molder.
Yep. Never have dirty smoke coming out of your thing. That don't get you a good flavor base whatsoever.
Yeah.
So I'm going to steal a question from Brian that he normally asks. You travel a lot. What's your favorite barbecue restaurant anywhere?
Honestly, I don't go to hardly any of them. I just cook at my house. They're too darn expensive anymore.
They are.
I've never actually went to one I really liked. I mean, it's a hit or miss.
Texas has some good barbecue if you ever get down there.
Yeah, my wife, my youngest have been there all weekend, so I don't even know if they went. They've been there all week. They went to a Kyle Fest for them, try to get the most Kyles in Kyle, Texas.
I saw that, and I was like, how are they going to do an interview later when he's at a random concert?
Yep, they were on. They got on live video, and asked my wife. I said, "Turn around real quick. I want to see all the black shirts are the people that are named Kyle." And I said, "How many are there out there?" She goes, "You." And she goes, "The field's packed." And she goes, "It's amazing."
That's hilarious.
Yeah, they're trying to break a Guinness book.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and they got to go spend a weekend too out there. With a couple weekdays out there with one of our buddies, Ricky Perez. He's on Slam Can, Texas.
Mm-hmm.
And he let if you see the Slam Can Missouri page, you see the cover photo. He let my son do that brisket.
Oh, that was him. That I was wondering. I thought it was for your son, and I'm like,
he let Kyle prepare it and do it all. He said, "There you go."
He did really good on it.
Yeah, he did. He did phenomenal on it.
That's really cool.
Yep.
No, I like the Slam Cam family.
Oh yeah.
So, a quick question for a bucket list, because we know you're only like 38 and you've got a long way to go. But what's the bucket list cooking competition for you?
BB&B. Bikers, Blues, and Barbecue.
Okay.
Fayetteville, Arkansas. That's been on my huge bucket list for a long time.
Nice.
I've always wanted to go down there. Just for that, and then the bike show and the whole 9 yards.
Is that like a weekend fest, a week, or what?
That's like a 4-day weekend fest. It's like American Royal, like over 600 teams.
Okay.
I know it's going to be expensive, but so what? You can say you lived it, right?
Yep.
You've been there, done that. But that's the main one I want to do on my bucket list.
Like Bradley was talking about doing something for trying to get us like the Black Sheep to get out to Memphis in May. So I mean, if we put a bucket list for 2025, that gives me time to sell plasma and blood and
Hey, I'd love to join you guys on that. You wouldn't mind having me.
What I said earlier, everything to start OnlyFans or something.
Yes. Heck, you never know. We could just if it doesn't interact and interfere in anybody's schedule, you never know. We could just throw a team together and go out there and just say, hey, here we are.
No, it's the dinero, the money, the Benjamin Franklins.
Right.
I need to make that somehow.
Right.
You have to build you a setup. It's insane.
Yeah. You have to who was it? Somebody said it was Heath Riles. Like bring pallets to put down and set stuff on because you'll be walking in mud if it rains, so you want to lift it up. He's like, you gotta build a setup out there because then you start doing your presentation. Because they come to you.
And also too. Yeah, also too, if anybody's never been to the Royal and you're watching, go there and do it. The setups are freaking amazing.
Yep.
Just the idea of people thinking of what they put together is just it's electric. Just seeing everything out there.
Oh yeah.
I mean, you'll meet somebody from a little rinky-dink team to the big dogs.
Oh yeah.
Last
yeah.
year I was there, I was trying to take how much math of how much money was sitting on that speedway, and it was.
Yep. No,
I mean, you have anybody
we were
from a
gonna
play-by-play?
do it one year. We had a guy at our buddy's work said he was gonna get us out there. He's gonna pay for everything, and then he ended up quitting his job. So it's like, well, there went that.
Wow.
Yeah, and that was like about a month and a half away from it.
Nice.
So we're all getting you get the comp jitters, and you're ready to go.
Yeah.
Yeah. that was kind of like a slap in the face going, well, okay, I guess not. I have to figure out what we're going to do with the money we saved up.
That's like the black sheep team. I'm hoping by next year we'll be able to cook the Royal.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
Oh yeah.
Been on that's a bucket list cook for me. That one, the Jack in Memphis in May, and I may not get all three of them, but I'll get maybe one of them.
And actually, myself and Hillbilly have been talking. I'm going to throw this out there. We've talked about that. He lives on 3 acres, but about half an acre or so past all of his cooking gear, there's an open field. We were talking about one day doing our own little contest and getting about 12 to, or about, say, 15 to 20 teams in that back pasture there.
That'd be a good time.
To have a little, we'll call it we'd do something like the Hillbilly cook-off or something like that.
I'd definitely be interested.
I think that'd be fun. Yeah, in the middle of the woods, you don't have to worry about nothing. You can't even see your face. You can't even see your hand in front of your face when it's dark.
I'd say good.
It's so much fun out there.
Nice.
Every time, like a couple of new people showed up from Slam King, Kansas, and they're like, man, he's got a lot of cookers out here. I said, yeah, pick one if you want to cook on it. He's got an actual real smokehouse.
Oh wow!
And it's cool. Embedded. The base of it's embedded 6 foot in the ground. And you open up the door. It's got the spinny thing with all the hooks on it and everything. And it's awesome. And he's got a pole behind that fits a hog in there.
Wow.
I'm hoping to make it down for the Hillbilly Hog Roast.
Oh yeah. Even if it's not a hog roast and it's a weekend you want to come down and hang out, I mean, we do that too.
Sounds really good. I'm trying to think of any other questions. Brian, you got anything?
No, you've been to Florida twice now.
Oh, me?
Yeah.
Actually, I've been there 4 times or 3 times now. 3? No, 4 times. I've been there 4 times. We went back in. We went in 2020 for the very first time for the Florida Beer 30 Renegade Rally.
Yeah.
Then you're right. It is 3 times. And my wife went there for our anniversary last year, and then we just went recently back to the Renegade Rally.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, so it was 3 times.
How is that rally? Pretty fun.
Oh my gosh! If you haven't been to one, you got to go to one. It is so much fun. I mean, you meet people from around the world.
Yeah.
People from Germany came out.
Oh, nice.
Missouri. California's actually flown out there before. A couple people from Florida, Kentucky, Maryland, New York. Yeah, a couple of them that used to live in New Jersey. Tom, he moved. Him and Christy moved from Arkansas. Tom moved from New Jersey to go out to Florida. They like it so much out there. But yeah, you get everybody from the world out there. It's really cool, all in one place, and they call it Clint Stock because it's Clint's property.
Yeah, nice.
And you can put like 10, 15 campers on his lot.
Was Slam Cam himself there? Jason, was he there?
Yes, the man was there. And that is one of the nicest individuals you'll ever meet.
Yes.
That was when was that in March?
Yes, that was actually that was St. Patty's weekend.
Okay, yeah, because I met him down there. Mid-February when we were down for the NBBQA awards. I met him up at one of the restaurants. We hung out for a couple hours, and
Oh yeah,
he's a pretty good guy.
Yeah, he brought the Rockefellers and was cracking them, and we were sliding them out there, and everybody's looking at everybody. There's a couple of us, 8 of us around there, and everybody's looking out. You guys are gross, and it's like, no, they taste good. We were putting Japanese barbecue sauce on them.
Nice.
Yeah.
And actually we were putting and actually I brought 4 shakers of the Bum's Perfect, and they were sprinkling that on there too, because I had bought them for Kyle Melton, Luther Melton, and then I was like, all right,
yeah.
So some good stuff there too, along with yours for sure.
So whenever that hog grows,
yeah, I told. Yeah.
Well,
is it going to be end of September?
The hog roast?
Is it end of September every year?
No, we changed it. We changed it to that because last August it was 105 degrees out there, and we're sitting there eating an alligator in a nice hot freaking hog. So yeah, we just looked at everybody, and everybody's just like, and it's like, yeah, I know it's too hot out here. We had my big 36-inch fan out there, and I think it's like 48-inch, but it was way too hot to be eating all that hot food.
Is it going to be more fall now?
No,
nobody
really. Yeah, we wanted more towards the fall because we wanted the temperature to be a little less.
So going forward, hopefully not American Royal weekend, but still cooler weather.
Yeah, he just wanted to. He just threw a date out there because he wanted the biker community to be able to come out too, because a lot of our friends go to Sturgis.
Nice.
Yeah, I mean, even though we usually get probably 40 or 50 bikes that show up, and it's cool because you can hear the roar from like 2.5 miles away.
Oh wow!
Yeah, it's really cool. It's just the sound of them rolling in. And this year is probably going to be 3 times as much because they're doing a ride out of they're going to do a ride out of Sugar Inn or Tool Shed to his house to do that memorial for Lewis. So we'll it'll be a pretty good ride because from there it's going to be like a 2-hour ride.
Nice.
Yeah, one way.
That's really
nice.
cool.
Yep.
Well, you got anything else, Bradley?
I think I'm good. Unless you got anything.
I don't.
Thank you for coming on. It's great
talking.
Oh,
I appreciate you guys. It's fun. I love it. Answering questions, telling stories. It's great.
Yep. That's all it's about.
About events or rallies or anything, just send him a message or send me a message, and I'll hook up with them. So.
Yep. Look, you can also come on. Slam Can, Missouri, or you can invite yourself to Team Hillbilly BBQ.
Yep.
We always post stuff up on there. We even actually put it. We'll actually put it on Addicted to Q. We put it on Slam Can Nation.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah.
That sounds great. Thanks for coming on.
Thank you guys. Appreciate that.
Have a good one.
You too.